Well, Manchester United on the verge of signing Andre Onana. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? By the time we went to bed, United had put in a bid that had been rejected, and obviously looks like there is positivity onto the new one that United are willing to offer for Andre Onana. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I would like to congratulate everyone who has been part of this journey that has seen our channel hit 14,000 subscribers, and let's see ourselves hit 15,000 subscribers before the end of this month. And I know we can make it because you've already shown us the intent that we can get from 1 subscriber to 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and now 14,000. Now let's chase that milestone of 15,000 subscribers onto this channel. So also, let's see close to 300 likes. Smash on this video because it's a huge one, because today we might get a here we go from Fabrizio Romano as far as the deal of Andre Onana is concerned at Man United. Kolo Muani is another one that has been linked to Man United, and we are having one of the ex-legends, French in nature, signed from Fulham to Man United, giving us reasons as to why Kolo Muani could be the perfect fit of what Erik ten Hag is searching in for a centre forward, though United is so much close to Rasmus Højlund. And lastly, Mason Mount. He has gone ahead and really issued out another statement on his Instagram concerning his signing for the club of Manchester United, and Lisandro Martinez has gone ahead to verify it, and obviously we are here to really offer you all of that. That's why you need to be on this channel, and this is what you guys miss out every time you come in through. And obviously don't do the needful, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because every story we update or we upload, you get a notification onto your gadget that your account you used to sign on YouTube and subscribe to this channel is logged in. Now let's start off with Andre Onana, and it's Fabrizio Romano coming in through. Obviously it's a thread of, or it's a couple of tweets coming in from different journalists, but all of them are really credible. Now, Fabrizio Romano, Inter Milan told Man United that the 50 million euro bid for Andre Onana is not enough. However, the club remains locked in negotiations, and sources still have the same feeling. 55 million euros could be enough to get it done in the next days. Now, that is the positivity that we've gone ahead to get from this deal of Andre Onana. However much the bid that United put in, that was worth 50 million euros, that is 45 million euros guaranteed fees plus 5 million euros of add-ons, was rejected by Inter Milan. Looks like Inter Milan are sold onto an idea of obviously settling in for 5 million euros less from the amount of money they are calling in for the sale of Andre Onana. Remember, they are calling in for 60 million euros, that is like 53 million pounds. And United want to really put it down to 55 million euros, and we are waiting to see whether everything is going to go on and really happen as that. Now, when you look at 55 million euros, that is 46 million pounds, right? 46 million pounds or 47 million pounds. Add on the 60 of Mason Mount, that is 107 million pounds for this transfer to happen. So as it stands, it's obviously the best of the best that we are all up to see it that the club of Man United gets to where they want to be. And it's a very good step taken by Man United that at least they are negotiating down to see it that they are changing their image from that United that used to be charge what we call United tax, all overpaying for deals, to a United that can sit down and will show that we can sit down and negotiate. That's a very good plan by Man United. If it has been initiated by the new director of negotiations, Matt Hargreaves, then that's great, because he knows how negotiations are being carried out, as he was at Ajax negotiating deals with players that Adidas is going to sign as their brand ambassador. So that is great. Every time I see United saying, no, we're not going to be taken for granted, I really feel great, because it is something that we've not been doing in the recent past, and it has gone ahead to affect us. That's why for Benjamin Šeško, when we wanted to buy him at only 28 million euros, when RB Salzburg heard that it's United, they said, get us 60 million euros, right? So it shows you that the recent past has been affecting us. And guess who spearheaded this? It was Ed Woodward. Ed Woodward would go ahead to sign players, that the managers never wanted, and he could do his scouting on interest, or depending on interest from other teams. Angel Di Maria, no reason to sign him because Louis van Gaal never wanted him. Then Fred, because Man City was interested in him, he went and splashed money onto the player, £53 million, brought him to Man United. But is he worth a £53 million player? The answer is no. So those are the mistakes we've gone ahead to do that have gone ahead to affect us in this now, or in the now. But in the recent past, we did them and they never paid off. The likes of Harry Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So it's really so much bad that we did that. But never let than never, United are trying to rectify everything and put it back to where it's supposed to be. And I really see it moving in the right direction, and the positivity is being felt this summer that we are not at least being put to sword to pay more, as we've always been done in the recent past. Now, then Alfredo Pedula, another football journalist, has told us that Inter Milan are waiting for the final bid for Andre Onana from Man United. Is expected to be 50 million euros plus 5 million euros. Inter should be prepared to accept it. Onana senses that he's about to leave. So it's all about United making the final bid that Inter Milan is really highly anticipative for, tallying to 55 million euros. That is something great that everyone needs to go ahead and obviously understand. Then Play Goal dropping in the huge one that Andre Onana is on the verge of joining Man United. And obviously, when we say on the verge or on the brink, that means it's just hours away from seeing it happen, because work has been put in. Andre Onana wants to come to the club. Inter Milan want to sell. They've moved from the 60 million euro mark to the 55 million mark, and here they come to find themselves in a situation of obviously accepting what United is willing to offer as its final bid. And the huge one is coming in from Mark Verge, credible journalist from Netherlands. And why are we taking this with a sack of salt? It's all about this player having been playing in the Eredivisie, meaning that Mark Verge is close to the agent and the entourage of Andre Onana, and he knows exactly what is happening around this deal. And we've been told by Mark Verge that Man United have taken a big step towards bringing in Andre Onana. They're approaching an agreement with Inter Milan for a fee of approximately 55 million euros. So United have taken a big step. It's a big Andre Onana transfer step taken by Man United, and the approaching agreement. Approaching agreement is the same on the brink of really reaching the agreement or to sign Andre Onana. So we are just excited, and it's good to see to it that these players have come in early. That is it, because last summer Ten Hag went to Thailand, Australia, Melbourne, when he had only one signing. He phoned to other signings, Ericsson on a free, and Lisandro Martinez. Then he started the season without those two players that were really so much pivotal this season, not having taken part into the preseason. But this time around, at least, he might have close to 2 or 3 players with him as he flies to America to do the preseason and then returns back to Manchester to prepare for the season. And I think that is going to put us in a very different shape altogether as far as we start our season, because I've always told you that even if we start a season with the team that we had last season, we can see ourselves collect 27 out of the possible 30 in our first 10 games. That is it. But in life, it's not always good to go for the better when the best option is always there. So the best option is to get in these players, to see to it that Ten Hag really has them at his disposal and see them integrated into the team that Ten Hag is building. And I really anticipate that we are going to be having one of the best teams in the league. If at all Ten Hag gets in Onana, Rasmus Højlund, Sofian Amrabat, and which other guy? and Disasi, the right-sided centre-back, as we prepare to make on sales that are really going to come in through and obviously take us to the next level. So off Andre Onana, let's talk about Kolo Muani, a player that is going to hate to put in a huge statement down at the French national team and his side, Frankfurt, where he plays for in Germany. Now, Louis Saha is one of the French strikers that played for Man United, very much talented, but his problem was his injury proneness was the problem at the club of Man United. And here we come to see what he said about Kolo Muani Randall. He told us that Man United need a player that brings more options to the team and the squad, and Kolo Muani would just do that. He's busy and always wants the ball. He's a smart lad, got stamina, height, and is really hard to defend against. Over the last year, he has really developed. Now, to me, I never really followed Kolo Muani a lot until I saw him in the World Cup, especially scoring against Morocco and him missing out onto that seat that would have granted France what we call the World Cup. And it was one of those moments that really showed me that he's really a very good striker. 24 years of age, playing for Bayern Leverkusen, putting in numbers that are really insane last season for his club, because if at all you go all out and really see what he put up last season as far as numbers are concerned for end-ranked Frankfurt, in the DFL Cup, 6 games, 6 goals and 3 assists, insane numbers. In the Bundesliga, he played 32 games, 15 goals and 11 assists. That is it. Champions League, 7 goals, 7 matches and 2 goals. That is Randall Kolo Muani for you. When you look at him, he's a very good striker, that is it. And those numbers that are going to hate to put up is insane. But there is always a huge question mark onto the players that come from the Bundesliga to come to the Premier League. But recently, the coming in of Erling Haaland has shown us that if at all a player comes in with the right altitude, strength, he can really prevail. Because Kolo Muani is a tailor-made striker, Premier League made striker, that is it. He's tailor-made for the Premier League. His height, his physicality, he's a fast player. His first touch is really great. He can play well with his back to goal, and he's just 24 years of age, meaning that if at all you get him now, you'll find yourself in a situation of having signed a player that can be with you for the next 6 seasons at the club of United. But United is sold onto an idea too. United is sold onto an idea of signing Rasmus Højlund. That is what Erik ten Hag really wants, and believes that Rasmus Højlund is a very good striker that can really get us to the next level. And I really understand why they are going in for it like this, because Rasmus Højlund is just 20 years of age. He still has 5 years to hit his prime, meaning that he's still into that learning age, and if at all he learns, you can keep him at the club for a very, very long time, as he's a fan of Manchester United. Then, for Randall Kolo Muani, his prime is left with just 1 year, and they're almost in the same amount of money. So, if at all you are a person who does business surveillance and forward you rather go in for a player who is 20 years of age that can really have 5 years to really be turned into a world-class striker, and he has a very good resale value. But for Randall Kolo Muani, 24 years of age, plays you for 4 seasons, even if he's really world-class, it will be hard to really match the resale value that Rasmus Højlund will be really having. And we look at Rasmus Højlund, I think he's more clinical than Randall Kolo Muani, and he's a left-footed player. And obviously, in the world of football, you all know that if at all a player is really left-footed and talented, that makes him exceptional. Most of the exceptional players we've seen in the world have been left-footed players. At United, we've seen Ryan Giggs, left-footed. Now look at Mason Greenwood, left-footed. Patrice Evra was left-footed. Darrell Blind was really unbelievable. He was really left-footed. So we've seen a crop of left-footed talent at Man United, and they are rare breeds. Even if you go in the history of other clubs, they are rare breeds of left-footed players that are going to hate to come in, obviously do the needful. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But obviously, he's one of those players that a fellow French ex-United legend, that is Louis Saha, is going to hate to really recommend to United to go on and obviously sign. But I don't see that signing coming in through the club of Man United. Now, as I told you that we are going to be throwing little bits of Mason Mount and what he said in his first interview of Man United every time we do a video, and here is one is going to put at his Instagram that has seen Lisandro Martinez verifying it. And we've been told, I know the history and understand the responsibility that comes with this shirt. The most important thing for me is to gain your trust, and I will work hard to do that. I won't let you down, Reds. That is Mason Mount. Now, when you put out that onto the Instagram, guess who came in through to verify it? Obviously, the butcher came out and really verified the information and told him, I really want to see you do that by clapping his hands. That is Lisandro Martinez, obviously going ahead to throw in what it's exactly needed. Now, when you look at the message that was put out by Mason Mount, talking about knowing the responsibility of the shirt number 7, every player is going ahead to say this. Mike Owen said it. Valencia said it. Memphis Depay said it. Alexis Sanchez said it. But amongst all those that have said that really said it when they came in through the club of Man United, they failed to really leave the weight of the shirt number 7 at Man United. You understand? So, but for Edson Cavani, he said it and obviously put in the shift and put in the work. 17 goals into that shirt. Ronaldo came back, put on the shirt, and he scored 24 goals into his return season at Man United. And now Mason Mount is here. Now, is Mason Mount going to be a flop or not? I believe it's not going to be a flop because the players around him are really going to make him better. You know, why these players came in through and really failed, especially Memphis Depay, Angel Di Maria, Alex Sanchez. This team was not built by a certain... all the players that they were having were not got in by a single manager. When you look at Erik ten Hag, he's building his team. Now, if Onana comes in through, he's going to be an Erik ten Hag player. Lisandro Martinez is an Erik ten Hag player. Casemiro is an Erik ten Hag player. Eriksson is an Erik ten Hag player. Then Anthony is an Erik ten Hag player. Garnacho, I count him as an Erik ten Hag player because I'm going to have to give him his debut Premier League season at the club. Now, Rasmus Højlund will be an Erik ten Hag player. Tyrell Malacia is an Erik ten Hag player, right? Then, you talk of Mason Mount, you know? So, he's building this team, and almost the entire first 11 is going to be an Erik ten Hag team. The other players are going to hate to really stay into that team like Rafael Varane, Luke Shaw, Diego Dallo, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford. They've gone ahead to convince the manager that it's all what he wants that can fit into his team. So, to my understanding, I would like to let you know that this is a team built by Erik ten Hag, and that means every player he brings in is just perfect to really do the needful and fit into that team like a glove. And for Mason Mount, is a Premier League proven player. All what he needs to find himself doing is what Erik ten Hag is going to tell him. Second positive is he has just arrived early and he's going to take part in the preseason. He started training yesterday. He's going to train with his players for close to a full month before we play our first game at Old Trafford against Wolverhampton Wanderers. That is something great for him that is going to put him into that ilk of being into the chemistry of the team, and no one is going to be a novice to him. So let's wait and see whether he'll put in the work that the shirt number 7 deserves at the club of Man United. So guys, your thoughts on United on the verge of signing Andre Onana are welcome in the comment section below. Tell me your thoughts about Louis Saha on Randall Kolo Muani. Now, should you go Randall Kolo Muani or you are going Rasmus Højlund? And lastly, what do you make about this lad? What's his name? What do you make about Mason Mount promising to give justice to the shirt number 7 shirt at the club of Man United, and Martinez verifying his promise? I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. My Muslim friends, viewers and subscribers, Juma Karim. Ciao, ciao.